Yeah, it's time now for the Peter Channel morning news on this Monday morning, September 26th, 2016. And good morning to you all on this lovely Monday morning, September 26th, 2016. Back to work, back to school. Here are your news and odds. Top story at 8 a.m. on this Monday morning is Rybrook, New York, where Hillary Clinton might be viewed as the favorite candidate of Monday's presidential debate, but she certainly didn't prepare like one. ESPN golf analyst Andy North talked about Andrew Palmer's significance reflected on his election, said Palmer was one of the icons in the sports world. Arnold Palmer, dead at the age of 87. Shot and curfew imposed after man shot by police. French President Francois Hollande said that the controversial makeshift microcap known as the juggling castle will be completely dismantled. This week will be a huge week for flying machines, both big and small, with SpaceX and DJI hosted events on Tuesday in the rumors are correct. Will see DJI revealed Mavic 4X drone with a traction gimbal that reportedly folds up at easy transport. The Coast Guard received a trade trio boarded on Sunday and was found 100 miles off the coast of Maldives. A video after more than a week in drift and sea. Air strikes found Rebel and Aleppo districts. Beijing, a second recent development into the South China Sea, where China is pitted against small neighbors in the middle to disputes on the islands, coral reefs, and lagoons and waters crucial for global commerce and rich in fish and commerce and potential oil and gas. The Dunkin' Duchess of Cambridge have flown by seaplane to Vancouver the last night, given 8-day Canada tour. They made the 30-minute journey from Victoria to Twin Otter aircraft and were greeted by thousands of people in Goward. A conflict that lasted over 5 decades has made 220,000 people killed, 5 million displaced. The saga figures being consigned to history as the Colombian government bears a handshake with its longtime nemesis, the Marxists. Sanaa Yemen, the head of a Harvey political council, proposed rebels stop attacks along the Yemen border from Saudi Arabia in exchange for air strikes to seas. Sarajevo policy heritage media, President Serbs are willingly approved the referendum of statehood all day after courts banned the proposal. Sonora, Mexico, Roman Catholic priest has been found shot dead in western Mexico. The first such killed in a week of 40 said. Tokyo, up to 8 Chinese military planes reportedly flew through the island of Okinawa, Japan's criminal Japan's Air Force officials said. Fulton, California, police arrested 3 people and a 17-year-old girl on suspect killed a couple of the friend inside their stuff for California home over the weekend. Trenton in every turn last week, Lawrence and the George Washington Bridge criminal turned jurors attended to someone who was in the courtroom. Someone is charged with a crime in that case even named the indictment. Off 47, a long-time Massachusetts state police worker killed in a fire over the weekend along with 3 of his family members, including 5-year-old. An attack on an Illinois state senator Lynn was murdered, charges in the death of Georgia man, former NFL player, Democratic senator Nelpona Harris was attacked. London, 3/4 of the British chief executive says that they are considering moving their headquarters and some of their operations outside the UK. The company behind iconic music masquerade Rolling Stone has sold a 49% share into the business to start up from Singapore to the growth of its international reach. German business morale shrinks up Brexit to 28.5. Elton John's rock sold out Wiggins Century where classics and new songs. Dubai, United Arab Emirates. After touting resiliency in the depressed market, Emirates Greek middle Leprel said that secured work for one of the largest oil fields up in the Norwegian coast. Abuja, Nigeria, a militant group in the oil-rich Niger Delta region of Nigeria said was answered statements from Abuja and meditation for a bomb the main oil export pipeline. Seoul sometimes delayed resuming sales and an accident summit in South Korea due to recall process brought to mind. Reports that this month for the fire exploded. Algeria, it's not essential to use artificial action and energy marketing correctly and balance between supply and demand, Russia's energy minister said from Algeria. Also, Trix's crude oil production data shows some recovery underway, but it's still lower than last year, state regulatory agency reported. Now look at the stocks today. That 131.01 points at 18,261.45. SP 521.64.69. And Nasdaq 5,305.75. India to ratify Paris Agreement Climate Pact on October 2nd. On Monday, NASA said to the press conference about some surprising activity in Jupiter's icy moon over Europe, and there is no indication of what the activity might be unprecedented and involves a Hubble Space Telescope and going more. Amgen Incorporated announced the approval today of Amgen, a biosimilar version of AbbVie's ABBV rheumatoid arthritis drug Chamira. More Hispanic women who received breast cancer treatment and participated in clinical trials after the Affordable Care Act implemented. Underperforming among millennial voters. Hillary Clinton campaign in Hampshire this week with an individual quite popular about the vote use. Former Democratic primary reported that Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders. The average hour when every early voted is as matter of convenience to know. Candidates winning close to the country's race this year. It could be the difference between victory and defeat. The main ice main week and the news was business over 2 weeks. Many pairs of hockey figures said to be jumping in anticipation. Two of ranks for following quick succession and the $70 million venue, the first structure to be constructed as part of a $53 million sports campus sprawling over 1 of 4 acres of Commerce Way. The second full-size wing will open about 2 weeks after the first, and the studio size or half-wing will follow about 2 weeks after that. Sports Village spokeswoman Alex Fitzgerald said, contractors are scheduled to be completed in May on Premier Weekend, October 14th. First to take the ass will be invited. The youth park was to start practice sessions on about October 15th, she said. Hillary Clinton's political career may have been launched in fall 2001 as she's meeting with the U.S. Representative Rick Glasser during a campaign in the U.S. Senate. Plainville 55 asked subdivision is planned on 103-acre Berg property in the well west end of town. Anyway, the Senate burial was over the Oak Hill Mobile Home Park on Sunday morning before nearly 2,000 people had put up pressures to paint the mobile home of a resident who recently lost her husband to a stroke. On Sunday morning, 600 people from the Positive Valley area arrived at Picture Place with one goal, to make another step toward the fight against Alzheimer's. Right under the title is going to have another shot at the top of the State Community Preservation Act that provides funds for preservation of open and space industry and affordable housing and the recreational funds and property tax surcharge. Yeah, so we could let Donald Trump take the big stage Monday for the presidential debate area. Voters from all ends of the political spectrum open to see just one thing. The presidential hopefuls finally get down in business. Weymouth, Massachusetts police and women shot a woman that say they walked toward an officer with a knife and refused orders to drop it. Officers arrived at the apartment about 11:30 a.m. Sunday after getting a call from a friend of woman who said her daughter had a kitchen knife and wanted to kill herself. Landon 46-year-old woman would not drop that knife and officer fired when struggling with an abdomen. She was taken to South Shore Hospital. Grafton, Massachusetts. Halfway say a 5-year-old boy was hit by a car and killed in nearest Grafton home. Peter Channel News Time is 8:08 on this Monday morning. It's time now for a sports report. Last night, the Boston Red Sox defeat the Tampa Bay Rays 3-2 in 11 innings and go to 11 wins in a row. And imagine number to clinch the AL East for the Sox 2, while the New England Revolution get blanked by the Columbus Crew 2-0. Sox 7-9 off. Tomorrow they'll begin a 3-game series against the New York Yankees. And last night of Sunday Night Football, the Dallas Cowboys defeat the Chicago Bears 31-17. Chicago comes after the Jorge Soto played with Miami Marlins pitcher Jose Fernandez when the two were going up in Cuba. Atlanta hardly ever goes right for we're backward FedEx Cup went through streak. FedEx Cup 2012 was best played in golf on the watch. Brett Snyder could win the tour championship to beat him out. Peter Childers is now 8:09 on this Monday morning, and it's time out for a traffic and transit report. Beep, beep. Let's start with MBT where the civil line decimal is model lanes in a disabled bus. Commuter rail, Whistler train 505. 7:58 from South Station is off at 10:50 minutes. Between Fairmont and Worcester train traffic. Fairmont train 584. 7:50 a.m. is about as off at 10:50 minutes. Between Fairmont and South Station train traffic. Favorite trade, 587. I put 50 trade business basket between Yankee favorite with a calculation. Fishman trade for 658 from Fishman is operated 1020 business basket between Shirley and Off Station. Franklin trade 708, 704 AM as Spartan First Park operated 1520 business basket scheduled through the mid calculation. New Paper trade 116, 759, but minimized back to the depart. New Paper 1520 months Pascal, 200. Early mid calculation and strip trade down to 5, 735 apparatus department. Stop station is operated 1050 business basket through the mechanical issue. And the Thursday I'm looking good. Alright, how was the Bowies New England this Monday morning? Let's study off down in Connecticut, where 95 to southbound side is backed up from Bridgeport all the way down in Greenwich. Merritt Parkway on the northbound side is backed up in the Bridgeport stretch. Merritt Parkway southbound side back to the West Bridgeport all the way out to Sanford. 95 on southbound side back to the Wave all the way to West Haven. 95 northbound side back to the West Haven just before Route 91. 91 on the southbound side is back to Headman all the way to New Haven. 84 stop and go from Newtown all the way to Denbury. 84 eastbound side back to the Northbury stretch. 84 eastbound side back to the West Hartford at Hartford, Connecticut. 84 westbound side back to 91 Hartford, Connecticut. 91 at the northbound side is back to Middletown to downtown Hartford. 91 at the southbound side is back to 291 to 84 Hartford, Connecticut. 91 northbound side slow after 291 up and headed towards Woodslocks. Out in western Massachusetts. 91 at the northbound side is back to 57-2. Columbus Avenue, Springfield. 91 to southbound side is back up from 391 to 291 in Springfield. Interstate 91 on the southbound side is back to the Deerfield stretch. Acton, Central Massachusetts, Route 2 eastbound side is back up after 190 Leominster. 190 southbound side is back to the West Boston stretch. 190 at the northbound side back to the West Boston stretch. 290 at the eastbound side back to 146 and Worcester all the way to Route 9 in Worcester. 146 on the northbound side back to just before 290 Worcester. Alton, Rhode Island. 95 on the northbound side is back to the East Greenwich. Route 4 on the northbound side back to 4. Route 85 in East Greenwich. 95 on the northbound side is back up from Airport Connector Walk all the way to downtown Providence. 95 on the southbound side back to the Pawtucket to downtown Providence. 146 on the southbound side is back up from 15 and 95. 195 is sold from Rehoboth all the way to downtown Providence. Route 6 is a little sold before 6 connector. 610 connector eastbound side back from 6 to 95. 295 southbound side back from 6 to 12 in the Johnson Crescent stretch. 146 on the southbound side slow from North Smithfield all the way to 295 in Lincoln. Route 146 to the northbound side back to about 295 out in Lincoln and North Smithfield. 99 in the northbound side back from 126 to 122 Woonsocket. And Lincoln stretches. 295 on the southbound side is backed up after 95 in Attleboro. 95 on the southbound side back to around 295 in Attleboro. 24 on the northbound side backed up from 185 to Route 6 in Fall River. 140 on the northbound side also at Route 18 in New Bedford. 95 on the northbound side is backed up from 140 out in Foxborough to Route 128 out in Kenton. 485 stop go from Route 1 and went to Malway after the Mass Pack. Route 24 on the northbound side is backed up from 27 in Brockton and Route 128 Kenton. Route 3 on the northbound side is backed up from Jersey, Hickman to the Braintree Split. Route 6 to the eastbound side is slow around 134 minutes. Route 20 is southbound side back from the Falmouth stretch. Mass back in the eastbound side it is backed up from Framingham all the way out to the Newton Quarter. Mass back on the westbound side is backed up from South Boston all the way to the Prue Tunnel. Southern Expressway on both on the northbound side it is backed up from the Braintree Split to Massachusetts Turnpike in Boston. 93 both ends out of Boston backed up. 93 southbound side back to the Dorchester stretch. 120 to both ends is backed up from 95 out of Kenton all the way up to Braintree Split. 128 on the northbound side backed up from Route 1 and Norwood all the way out to Route 9 in Wellesley. And 128 on the northbound side is backed up all the way out to Route 20 Waltham. 128 southbound side it is backed up from Littlefield all the way out to Waltham. 128 on the northbound side is backed up from 28 Lexington all the way out to Route 3 in Burlington. 128 southbound side is backed up from 22 in Beverly all the way out to Beverly. Route 1 on the southbound side is backed up to 16 in Rear all the way out to 93 out in Boston. 93 is southbound side it is backed up from Route 110 in Lawrence all the way out to the Zinc Bridge in Boston. 93 on the northbound side is backed up from 28 in Soba all the way out to Route 128 out in Redden. Route 3 is southbound side back from 40 North Triple Route 128 Burlington at Stop and Go. 93 is southbound side it is Little Sulphur in the Battlefield all the way out to 62 in Wilmington. 95 it's looking good from Route 128 out in Peabody all the way up in Augusta, Maine via New Hampshire and Maine Turnpike. Route 101 in eastbound side, back to 88 in Hampton all the way at 95 out in Hampton Tolls in New Hampshire. 93 is southbound side is backed up for the Londonderry, New Hampshire stretch. Every turn spotted. Every turn back to Manchester Airport Roadway to Merrimack. 295 on the southbound side. It is backed up just before the Falcon Spur up in Maine. And 89 on the southbound side is backed up after the Canadian border up in Vermont. And 87 on the southbound side. A little slower as Champlain stretch after the Canadian border. And on the Wood 59 on the northbound side backed up after the US border 7 Quebec towards Montreal. And on anomaly in New York State 3 on the eastbound side is backed up from Schenectady and 890 all the way at the Interstate 87. 87 on the southbound side. It is backed up from Ushers all the way at the Crescent and New York State 3, 77, the northbound side. It is back to Brown, 3 and Albany. Peter Channel News Time is 8:15 on this Monday morning, and it's hot out for weather report. Latest on the traffic. Shows the thunderstorm activity with its area of low pressure. Pressure located around 11 miles east of the Windward Islands and continue to show signs of organization. Environmental conditions are expected to be conducted for development in NA. Tornado direction walking to the forward around midweek it'll low move west to the west northwest around 15-20 miles an hour. Interest in eastern and central Caribbean Sea included. The Northern coast of South America should monitor the progress of the system regardless of prevailing heavy rains and strong gusty winds should spread over the Windward Islands and portions of the southern lesser Antilles begin in late Tuesday and Wednesday at formation chance 4 hours. Medium 6% formation chance 5 days. High 9%. Inserted through shower increase overnight associated with the remnants that offer earlier scatter meter data indicate winds to the tropical force from system circulation of somewhat elongated unfavorable conditions are expected to be causing circulation of a trough of low pressure later today with a possibility of early generation of tropical cyclone. Formation chance 4 hours. Low near 0%. Formation chance for 5 days. Low near 0%. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this. For today, Saskatchewan at 600 degrees. Calgary, Canada, southwest at 6 miles an hour afternoon. For tonight, rain may after 4 a.m. Low at 54 degrees. And south about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Transportation is 8%. Newton's about between the 10 quarter days possible for Tuesday. Rain minimum for 10 a.m. Patch for Newton, either 72 degrees. South about 8 miles an hour. Coming west of the afternoon. Transportation is 1%. Newton is about between quarter days possible. Tuesday night at patch between 2 and 3 a.m. Otherwise, podcast got about 51 degrees at live variable. Wind Wednesday, Chester me after 8 a.m. Hot Saskatchewan about 69 degrees. Northeast around 3 to 8 miles an hour. West Chesapeake 30%. Wednesday night at Chester got to 5 a.m. was. Most gusts got about 52 degrees at Chesapeake 40%. Thursday, Chester most gusts got about 66 degrees at Chesapeake 40%. Thursday night at Chester patch before 4 a.m. Then patch after 5 a.m. was. Most gusts got about 54 degrees at Chesapeake 40%. Friday, Chester mostly colored skies high about 6 about 51 degrees and Chesapeake 35%. Saturday, Chester part to Sunday most gusts got about 68 about 52 degrees, Chesapeake 40%. And for Sunday, part to got about 69 degrees. Currently and not near its first skies and the temperature, it's 40 degrees, the humidity at 99%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel morning news on this Monday morning, September 26, 2016. Please have a good morning and a good positive day. I'll see you for a noontime report. I'll be a good morning with a good positive day too.